instant surrender versus self-realization. When we place ourselves in time and space, there is the notion of distance, there is a notion of reaching something in space and time, which is then and there. So that is a created illusion of time and space. So to have a aim in life because we feel not good, not whole, we realize the limitation of living only as a separate being, entity, which is related to other objects. And outer objects, people, situation, and what is happening also inside of a human being is also changing. So it's all changing outside, inside. So to find stability is a very big challenge. And even the stability we achieve in this life, to get enough money, to have a stable relationship, even that will not stay. So even the most stable person in this world will never be stable enough. So the only stability is to realize that which is not changeless. And this which is not changeless, which is not in time and space, can only be now, when there is no tomorrow, yesterday. There is no time and no space, no there. So we can enjoy the show, this created illusion of time and space. But instant surrender means to realize this, which is always perfect as it is, our true nature, this pure consciousness, or the self, which is undifferentiated. But when we place ourselves with a goal to reach, and in this case, in the spiritual field, self-realization, because I'm not yet good enough, I have this shortcoming, and this, and I want to reach oneness, whatever goal. Whatever goal is necessarily in time and space. So even self-realization, we have been told about some states that some sages, some saints has achieved. But for us, it appears as a golden carrot. And again, we fall in the same trap we have been running away from, the trap of going to the paradise if we behave well, or even on this worldly life, if you get married you will be happy, if you get rich you will be happy, if you're a nice person you will be happy. And we continuously place ourselves in time and space, which is confirming our bound as a separate being. So even this idea of self-realization, if it's just as a goal, maybe we cannot do otherwise for some time. I'm aware of that. I've been experiencing that. We in this fire of reaching somewhere, something, in the higher plane of consciousness, or a higher state, or something better. So falling back again and again in the same trap the world has been trying to put us from childhood, to find happiness by reaching goals. So this is replying to the question, what do you want? What do you want in life? At this level. But if you go deeper, you can ask, why do you want what you want? Because I'm not feeling okay. So we want to be okay. But this okayness, this relative okayness, as I said previously, depend on changing factors. So when we realize that, it cannot work. It will be only a relative stability, a relative achievement. Yes. So instant surrender means I am that now. It's not just to repeat this sentence mentally. It's just realizing that this, what I am, truly is not in time and space. It's not depending on any achievement. It's not depending on any state of mind. So instant surrender means I'm done. Like my own master told me, you have done so many things in this life, in past life. What if from now you would say, I don't do anything, I don't go anywhere, I let the body mind do whatever it has to do, but I stay here, I am done. I stay here, I am done. So obviously this is not addressed to the body mind. This is addressed to that diamond, this absolute consciousness, which is not in time and space. Because the body mind cannot not do something it has to do, because it's in time and space. So if you try to achieve with this one, to achieve what you can't never achieve, of course it can never work. So this realization is not at this level. It's not on the plane of mind. This realization is about what you really are, which has never been bound and which does not need liberation, because these ideas of being bound and liberation are also part of the dream in time and space. Because when there is no birth and death, how can there be a need of liberation? For whom? So the more this is seen, the more it is realized that nothing works ultimately. Nothing works, because work means doing. Work means time and space. And in time and space, there is no way, because it's a plane which is bound within itself. It's only if you realize consciousness, which is prior to that. It's not really prior because we use a word, but we have to use word. So it's just a pointer to that which is yourself now. And then you can repeat this mantra again, as my own master told me. Not only to me, he was sometimes saying that, so what? Anything happen in life, so what? So what? Any time, any mind state, anything happen in life, it happen on this plane, and there is nothing wrong in whatever happens. Only there is something wrong for the mind, which is within this realm of time and space. So from in this plane, the mind cannot not judge, because it is this work to compare, judge, divide, and so on. But consciousness, the absolute consciousness, is not a judge. This judge we talk about, this God, many people feel disturbed by the word God. Why? Because in the Bible, in the scriptures, it was confused with the judging God. It is said when you will die, then it will judge you if you can go to paradise. But this lower consciousness who judge is not absolute, is not unconditional love. Absolute consciousness, or God, or the self, is pure love. So there cannot be any judgment. What has been created out of that absolute, then it's an expression of consciousness which divides. And then we feel lost, because what we want ourselves, we want love. Our soul nature is love, and we want unconditional love. Our soul will never accept something which is conditional. And what is conditional cannot be love. If it is conditional love, then it is not love, and it is happening in the mind plane, in our own mind. So instant surrender is to realize this real God, which is pure love or absolute consciousness, self, which is our own self. We use the word self. Why? Because there is no difference between this and this and this and this. There is only self, and I is included in that. So that's what we mean by instant surrender. So you can ponder on that. And what is self-realization? Can it be put in time and space, self-realization? So looking at that, I thank you very much for listening. You can like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I will meet you very soon. Thank you. Namaste.